Welcome to another way to look at it. I have a set of notes. So if my eyes is not on the camera at all time, it's probably because I have the flashlight pointing out directly where the camera lens is at, because that's where the flashlight is at. It's nighttime, no lightning coming from the outside. So just try to listen carefully. So how are you guys doing in the midst of everything that is happening? Where is your mind at? Where is your head at? How are you feeling? What are you feeling? What emotions you have going on right now? This video is a response after seeing Donald Trump speech. If any of you guys saw it, share what you took from the video and what you are adding. Something stood out for me. I've always admired how Trump speaks. As a person that is representing a country, I will say, to have someone speak on your country's behalf like this, like they're ready to go to war, which is so iconic because that is what's happening right now, is something to be, I'm not going to tell you how to feel, but it's amazing. I love that for me to have a leader that do not care in a sense where we all know what that means. We all look for these characteristics in our personal lives with people we deal with every day. It's no different when it comes to the people we elect, the people we give a certain responsibility to, especially when it comes to one as big as a country. So this is what I gather, okay? I might have to bring this really up. Wow. Okay. I'm going to use my other flashlight to look at my notes because this makes it really hard. All right. There it is. What is happening in the world as of here, as of now, they don't only matters to people in politics. No. They don't only matters to the people, you, I, we put a claim of responsibility on. They don't only matters to the people you put a claim of responsibility on. They don't only matter to one part of the world. The choices that we are making regarding what is happening, regarding what's going to happen, what have been happening, they don't only matters to the people in politics. They don't only matters to the people we put a claim of responsibility on, they don't only matter to one part of the world. They affect you, you know? These are the things that need to get discussed as a collective. What are you deciding? It may be an individual choice, but it will be felt as a whole. When we look at choices and politics, we often may think it only has to do with the representative that is making it. No, it doesn't. It has to do with everything and everyone. And your decision matters because you're going to have to. You're going to have to decide. I'm reading in the dark because I have to make this video. I will not have time to make it in the morning. Where is your stance? This needs to be discussed as a collective. Decisions have to be made as a collective. Yes, you might be a good person at heart. What is it doing for the country? Your decision when it comes to a country, a whole, it doesn't stop at being a good heart to yourself. A contribution is always made towards the country. A contribution always have to be made towards the country. You place a claim of responsibility on certain equipped individuals. You might say, me? Oh no. That's not who I voted for. Meaning, fuck what they got good for the country. That don't interest you, right? No. That's not who you wanted to see doing it. You know, we always have a thought maybe the other candidate would have done a better job. Maybe. But all that never matters in the moment when it comes for you to decide, for you to take a stance, for you to stand with your country. They may be a representative, and that's what they are, a representative to your country. But you are the country. We are the country. I want to say fuck all that. Fuck all that about it's not who you voted for, it's not who you did this, it's not who you like. Fuck all that. The matter is the country, which is you, me. Often we think of the word country and it being so broad, and we exclude ourselves somehow. I'm talking about the country, the one you in. Must ye needed be reminded. This is why things such as this need to be collectively discussed. collectively decided upon, collectively take a stance. This is not the time to hide behind the choices that you made, the choices you didn't make. It's not the time to looking in your country. This is not a in-house fight. This is a house versus stranger fight. Whose side are you on? I mean, if your friend is fighting a stranger, you will undoubtedly want your friend to win, regardless of what happened in the future. No, right here, right now, your friend is facing off. You will root for your friend. The country is no different. Because good heart or not, it's not there who doing it. One thing is certain. Let me say that again. Because good heart or not, is that the win? Yes, it is the win. Because good heart or not, whether your excuse is the who or not the who doing it, one thing is certain. Does not matter where the goal is made. It will be felt by all. When two teams are playing, it doesn't matter which side makes the goal. The whole stadium feel that. It is felt by all that is on the field. Even if you don't know about politics, even if you don't know about what's happening in the world right now, the choice should always be home, which is the country you in. Don't hide. Do not have a say in this. Many times we take the not have a say route because that route make it easier to place blame. It makes it easier to hide behind your empathetic, sympathetic character. I mean, yes, because many of you are thinking with the good heart. You're thinking of people. The people, it will affect wherever that goal is land. But what does that win brings you? Nobody ever fully understands all that is happening, no matter the amount of their expertise in that area. We are in the perfect time. For example, we just launched into the moon. It doesn't matter how much work the scientists, how much research were placed, how much work have put in there. None of those people, not the scientists, not the doctors, not the researchers, not the people who's actually going to the moon. I can't seem to have the name in my mind right now. Wow. I'm seeing the pictures, them wearing them thing, and I just cannot put my tongue on the word. None of those people knows exactly what will happen. We never do. Worst thing is our moves when we choose to make a move. It's not based on fact, because fact will mean that we already lived that. No, our moves, they are based on statistic. They are based on hopes, not on the know. How many of us know the result of the choices that we made before we made them? No. To know is through the story. The story has to be acted through to know. And you have to put yourself on the side of that story. The aftermath of this will be felt, no doubt. No matter the decision you decided. So be loud, be clear in your decision. And this not even about knowing politics. Your decision does not have to be based on on your knowledge about politics, about the exact thing that is going on. Nor is it based on who you like. Nor should it based on who you like. Because this is big. Put yourself in the pros and cons of that aftermath. Now, too small. Put your country, because you're the one the country is representing right now. Your lack of decided doesn't do you any good. It may hide you from having to take responsibility when the aftermath is here. But keep in mind that you should also remember to take accountability. When the aftermath happens, you might not realize what's good it has done for the country, because we move fast. Our mind is absent-minded. You know, there are things you might be end up enjoying having is because of this tough decision that was made in the absence of your own decision. And we don't realize the big choices how they affect us, although they play a part in our everyday lives. Where you shop, how you shop, the price you pay. You don't understand that. And because you're not going to remember to go back to that and remember the decision you decided in this big moment, whether it was to do this or not, whether you need to take responsibility and be like, yeah, I played a part of this, or take accountability. Damn, I could have played a part of this. So I understand now this was my decision and this is what we did. Next time, whichever one it is, you have to make it consciously. Your lack of deciding doesn't do you any good. And that might have been for that same reason. Thinking of the country. Thinking of the country could easily have you overlooking yourself, as well as your part in it. Remember, the country is not outside of you. The country is the name, title used. Per se, we will say United States of America. That is the name of the space of which you, me, many others are occupying. Regardless of the choices of the country, which again we have to remember, the country is not outside of us. The country is not one on auto. It's not a bug that runs on auto. It's people. Regardless of the choices of the country, you the one it comes back to. So now you know that the country is not outside of you. You know that it's a set of individuals which we've deemed equipped to handle this situation. Now we're going to trust them and handle it, but with our expertise and the mass, with our hands, our ears, and eye and the mass, we always have to keep an eye, an ear, and a hand. You can never give someone full responsibility of anything that involves life, which everything will have to involve life because you are alive. Everything that you will be doing will be including some type of thing, decision making, choices, another person. Remember, the country is not a thing that makes decision on its own. So now that you know that, you must do little work of your own that you can do about what you can know. What is reason behind this? Why this? How is that will affect our country? The country is not a thing of its own. And right about now is that time to have come to this understanding. Because place your country and the pros and cons of this aftermath. Knowing or not, would you not have chosen to be in the winning end? You never know, but you always hope the decision you make is the best one, right? I mean, I would hope. I don't think anybody ever make a decision and go back be like, I hope that was the worst decision I've made. Oh boy, oh boy. No. Because the things we do know and do not know regarding the choices of our president, of our elected, equipped individual, of Congress are doing, having to do, they all plays a part of where we, as the people, occupying this space ends up. It's a choice you're going to have to make. you're going to have to do so with your chest. Full conscious awareness. Even if we don't know the ins and out, hearing, as I was watching this speech, hearing the president, your president, describing the country you're in as unstoppable should make you feel pretty darn good. I mean, forget this sensitive stuff, right? Wouldn't you be happy and knowing your country can hold its own? I mean, we talk about power, we talk about pridefulness, we talk about strength, loyalty, things that people all over don't die over. In our personal lives, they matters. They are we choose to live every day. Our choices are based on them. The people we choose to let around us are based on them. The people we go hard for are based on them. Our whole world our whole world is surrounded by these subconscious choices, subconscious needs, subconscious want. And they also do for our country. They matters for our country. And if the country is not a thing of its own that moves on its own, that means the elected, equipped individuals, they the one who's going to have to make these choices. You have to put yourself on the end where you understand, cool understand, whatever you understand, and you're gonna have to put yourself on a decided end of this. And now is about the time we start collectively standing with full awareness and choosing which end we will be. Naki kanwapye. Thank you for your ears. I would have make the video anyway because it's not about you wanting to hear. It's about me having something to say. Now, look high and low, across and above, to help you decide. But decide you must. Welcome to my channel. This is AJ, where we shift the perspective, where we step into our sovereignty with authority.